Have you ever just stopped and truly felt time, not just the passing of seconds, but the sheer, overwhelming current of it, sweeping everything along? It's a chilling, almost unsettling thought, isn't it? The profound realization that everything around us, every single thing in existence, has an expiry date. From the colossal, ancient mountains that seem immutable to the tiniest, most ephemeral insects that live for mere hours, nothing escapes the relentless march of time. Even our own planet. This magnificent blue marble we call home isn't eternal. Scientists estimate Earth has a lifespan stretching into billions of years, a timescale almost impossible for our human minds to grasp. But then you look at other life forms, incredible creatures that defy our everyday understanding of longevity. Take the deep-sea corals, for instance, silently thriving for thousands of years in the ocean's depths, witnessing centuries of history unfold above them. Or the Greenland shark, quietly navigating the frigid Arctic waters, living for over 500 years. A true relic of time. When you place our human existence, our fleeting 80, 90, or even 100 years, next to these ancient beings, doesn't it feel incredibly brief? Like a single blink in the vast cosmic eye? What is the age limit of humans? This stark contrast makes us ponder, what about us, our delicate, finite existence? For millennia, humanity has been captivated, even haunted, by the ultimate question: how long can humans truly live? Is there an absolute, unyielding limit, a biological barrier we simply cannot cross? And if so, what invisible forces, what intricate biological mechanisms are at play, setting this predetermined expiration date? This isn't just a philosophical debate, it's a profound inquiry into the very fabric of our being, touching upon our deepest fears and our most fervent hopes. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the fascinating, often perplexing, answers to these fundamental questions about human longevity. Prepare to have your understanding of life and time challenged. The Hayflick Enigma. For much of modern medical history, the prevailing scientific wisdom, a concept that fueled countless dreams of eternal youth, was that our cells possessed an almost limitless capacity for division. The idea was simple: if individual cells could just keep replicating forever, then theoretically, so could we. An endless fountain of youth, bubbling away at the microscopic level, seemed within reach. Esteemed scientists, even Nobel laureates like Alexis Carrel, claimed to have cultivated immortal chicken heart cells in their labs, seemingly proving that the key to indefinite life lay in proper cell culture. It was a tantalizing prospect that captured the imagination of the world. But then, in 1961, a truly brilliant and somewhat unassuming scientist named Leonard Hayflick stumbled upon something revolutionary, almost by accident. Picture this: he wasn't even trying to unlock the secrets of aging. He was simply attempting to grow some human cells, specifically fibroblasts from human embryos, in a laboratory dish to study viral replication. And as he meticulously observed his cell cultures, day after day, week after week, he noticed something peculiar, something utterly contradictory to the prevailing belief. These human cells, after dividing about 50 times, just stopped. They didn't die immediately, they just entered a state of senescence, a kind of biological dormancy. They were still metabolically active, still alive in a sense, but they had lost their ability to replicate, like an old engine that simply runs out of steam. Initially, Hayflick, like any rigorous scientist, suspected contamination or a technical error. Perhaps his culture medium was faulty, or there was some unforeseen variable. But as he meticulously replicated his experiments time and again, across different cell lines and under varying conditions, the result was consistently the same. The cells would reach their limit, their replicative senescence. This wasn't contamination, wasn't a mistake. It was a fundamental, intrinsic biological truth embedded within human cells themselves. He coined this phenomenon the Hayflick limit. So what exactly was happening? Hayflick and later scientists discovered that the key lies in tiny, protective caps at the end of our chromosomes, analogous to the plastic tips at the end of shoelaces. These are called telomeres. Every time a cell divides, a small portion of its telomere is lost, effectively shortening it. It's like a biological countdown timer. With each cell division, the telomeres get progressively shorter, acting like a fuse on a firework. Once they've burned down to a critical length, the cell can no longer divide safely or efficiently. It triggers a signal for the cell to either stop dividing or to undergo programmed cell death. This groundbreaking discovery fundamentally shifted our understanding of aging. It suggested that there's an intrinsic biological clock ticking inside every single one of our cells. Not just our bodies, this cellular clock, governed by telomere shortening, potentially sets our maximum lifespan at around 125 years. Think about that for a moment. Your cells literally have a built-in self-destruct mechanism that activates after a certain number of divisions. But does this single biological mechanism truly account for every variable in the incredibly complex tapestry of human life? Does it explain why some people succumb to age-related diseases much earlier, while others, like the remarkable Gene Comet, the oldest verified person in history, lived to a staggering 122 years and 164 days? Defying almost all odds, she lived through to world wars, 17 French presidents, and countless societal changes, remaining remarkably lucid. Her case pushes the very edge of what the Hayflick limit suggests. This leads us to question, while the Hayflick limit provides a powerful framework, is it the only factor, or are there other, equally potent forces at play in determining our ultimate longevity? The quest for immortality. Humankind's desire for eternal life, for cheating death, is not some modern obsession. It's a primal, deeply ingrained longing that has echoed through history, stretching back to the earliest civilizations, from the ancient empires of China to the mystical, alchemical laboratories of medieval Europe. Tales abound of emperors, mystics, and alchemists consumed by the fervent, often desperate, search for elixirs of immortality. They truly believed that by concocting magical potions, often with bizarre, arcane, and frankly incredibly dangerous ingredients, they could transcend mortality and achieve eternal youth. Consider the legendary Qin Shi Huang, China's formidable first emperor, the unifier of warring states, and the visionary behind the Terracotta Army. This man, who commanded armies and built monumental structures, became utterly obsessed with achieving immortality in his later years. He dispatched vast expeditions across the seas to mythical islands, believing he could find divine beings who possessed the secrets of eternal life. He even sent thousands of young men and women, never to return, on these perilous quests. He invested colossal resources, both human and financial, into the pursuit of these elixirs, often crafted by court alchemists. The irony and the tragic historical lesson is profound. Many of these powerful rulers, including Qin Shi Huang himself, likely met their demise not from old age or natural causes, but directly from mercury poisoning after consuming these very concoctions. Mercury, a heavy metal, was a common ingredient in many ancient immortality elixirs due to its unique liquid properties, which were mistakenly associated with eternal fluidity. The devastating effects of mercury on the human body, neurological damage, kidney failure, and ultimately death, were largely unknown or ignored in the desperate pursuit of eternal life. It's a stark, chilling reminder that sometimes, in our desperate search for a cure, we can introduce something far more dangerous than the perceived ailment itself. This historical pursuit of immortality isn't just a cautionary tale. It offers a fascinating contrast to our modern scientific understanding of aging. While ancient alchemists relied on mysticism and dangerous compounds, today's scientists delve into cellular biology, genetics, and telomere dynamics. Yet, the underlying human drive remains the same. My own grandmother, who was a remarkable woman and lived to a very ripe old age of 98, often chuckled when people asked her for her secret to longevity. She'd always say, with a twinkle in her eye, "The biggest secret to a long life is to stop chasing secrets." She lived a remarkably simple life. She ate fresh, local food, spent her days tending her garden, remained deeply connected to her family and community, and found joy in the small, everyday moments. No magic potions, no mythical mountains, no extreme diets. Just a quiet contentment and a life lived with purpose and moderation that, in hindsight, might have been the real elixir, a testament to the power of a balanced and joyful existence over desperate, hazardous pursuits. The historical narratives of these emperors serve as powerful fables, reminding us that true longevity might not be found in exotic, dangerous elixirs, but perhaps in something far more intrinsic to how we live. Beyond biology, lifestyle, and longevity. While the Hayflick limit provides us with a robust biological framework, a kind of hardwired genetic predisposition for cellular aging, it doesn't, by itself, tell the whole, intricate story of human longevity. If it were just about telomeres, everyone would age at roughly the same rate, and we'd all be living to exactly 125 years, no more, no less. But we know that's not the case, don't we? So what else is at play? This is where the fascinating concept of lifestyle enters the conversation, revealing a profound interplay between our genetics and our daily choices. Consider the groundbreaking research into the blue zones. These aren't mythical lands from ancient tales. They're real geographic regions across the globe where people consistently live to exceptionally old ages, not just 100, but often well into their late 90s and beyond, with remarkable vitality. We're talking about places like Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece, and Loma Linda in California. What's truly striking is that these aren't isolated cases of superhuman genetics or hidden elixirs. Rather, these communities share a surprising number of common threads, patterns of life that transcend their unique cultures. These threads include plant-heavy diets, often rich in legumes, fruits, and vegetables. With meat consumed sparingly, they practice natural, consistent movement, not structured workouts, but lives that integrate walking, gardening, and manual labor. They maintain strong social connections, with close-knit families and vibrant community participation, and critically, they possess a powerful sense of purpose, what the Japanese call ikigai, a reason to wake up each morning. Think of the Okinawans and their deeply ingrained Confucian principle of hara-hachi-bu, stopping eating when they're 80% full. This isn't about rigid calorie restriction, but about mindful eating, preventing overconsumption and its associated health burdens. Or the Sardinians, with their deeply rooted family bonds, active shepherding lifestyles, and consumption of local, unrefined foods. These aren't about finding a magic pill, a single miraculous ingredient, or a secret ancient ritual. They're about cultivating a holistic lifestyle that inherently supports longevity. This research strongly suggests that, while there might be a theoretical biological maximum to our lifespan, how we choose to live our lives plays a monumental, undeniable role in how close we get to it. It's about optimizing the environment for ourselves, providing them with the best conditions to thrive, rather than just passively waiting for their telomeres to shrink. It highlights the power of epigenetics, where our environment and lifestyle choices can actually influence how our genes are expressed. It suggests that our daily habits, our relationships, our diet, and our activity levels are not just minor influences. They are monumental drivers in determining not only how long we live, but how well we live those years. This perspective offers a profound sense of agency, transforming longevity from a purely genetic lottery into a dynamic journey, influenced by our conscious choices. So, after exploring the intricate dance between cellular biology and lifestyle, where does this leave us? The Hayflick limit remains a compelling theory, powerfully supported by scientific evidence, providing a fundamental explanation for cellular aging. Yet, the extraordinary stories of individuals like Jean Comment, who officially lived to 122, or the controversial, albeit likely mythical, claims of Li Qingyuan, a Chinese herbalist said to have lived for an astonishing 156 years, continue to intrigue and challenge our understanding of what's truly possible. While the latter is almost certainly a legendary tale rather than a scientific fact, it ignites a vital, persistent question. Can we, through unprecedented advancements in medicine, groundbreaking genetic therapies, and increasingly optimized lifestyles, truly push beyond this perceived 125-year threshold, or is there an inherent, unyielding biological ceiling that, despite all our ingenuity, we simply cannot breach? The quest for a longer, healthier life continues unabated, fueled by scientific curiosity and human aspiration. Research into anti-aging drugs, gene editing technologies like CRISPR, and personalized medicine is advancing at an astonishing pace. We're on the cusp of understanding aging at a level previously unimaginable. Perhaps future generations will indeed see the Hayflick limit as a historical milestone rather than a hard boundary. However, amidst this relentless pursuit of extended longevity, it's crucial to pause and consider a deeper, more profound lesson. Perhaps the ultimate goal isn't just about adding more years to our lives, but about enriching the years we already have. Because ultimately, quality often trumps quantity. What good is an incredibly long life if it's plagued by chronic illness, isolation, or a lack of purpose? The true triumph might not be conquering death, but mastering the art of living fully, vibrantly, and meaningfully for the time we are granted. What do you think? Is 125 years our destiny, a biological fate we cannot escape? Or is it merely a challenge, a biological puzzle waiting to be meticulously solved by future generations? The answers lie not just in laboratories, but also in the daily choices we make, in the way we connect with each other, and in how we choose to embrace the precious gift of life. The journey to unravel humanity's lifespan limits is far from over, and its most exciting chapters may still be unwritten. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the universe's grand mysteries.